Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Caden Novikov. I'm an NFL free agent kicker, and today I'm going to be showing you how to punt the football higher and farther. If this video helps you out, drop a like and subscribe for more kicking content. Also guys, if you're interested in virtual training and you're a kicker or punter, I'm going to put my email in the description below. Just send me an email with your name and that you're interested in virtual training with me. So the first thing to punt a spiral is we have to have a good drop. Okay, and this is how we drop the ball to where our foot comes up and through it. We want a good solid drop to where our foot makes good contact and it'll turn it into a spiral. So first thing is the grip. So a lot of people hold it like this, where the tail of the ball is in this pocket of your hand right here, okay? And it's almost like you're just going to shake someone's hand like this. Then you put the ball right there. That's the most common grip. Some people slide their hand to where their thumb is like on the top seam there, and you're holding a little more underneath. That's fine too. Or some people go right here like a handshake, and then they rotate it like this to where their fingers are at the bottom and their thumbs on top. All of those are good. Those are all solid drops. We don't want to be on top of the ball here, and we don't want to be on the side of it. We really want to be in the back. So that's the first thing, how we hold it. Next is how far out we want it. We don't want our arm fully extended and locked, but we don't want it bent too much either. We want just a little bend in the elbow just before we're fully locked. And this is something that you got to play around with just a little bit, and something you'll get used to is how far out. But most of the time it's right before it's locked, but not fully locked. So we got those two. Now the angle of the ball also makes a big difference. We don't want the ball super straight here. So if this was a clock and this was 12 o'clock and here's 10:30, we want somewhere in between. So if we're too straight, the ball's gonna be weak and it's not gonna turn over. It's gonna be a weak spiral. A lot of times on the outside of your foot, you're not gonna make solid contact. And if we're too turned like this, we might get a little bit of a spiral, but it won't turn over. So when I say turn over, that means it goes up in spirals and then the nose goes down like this. And that's ideally what you want. But if we're too turned, it's not gonna turn over. And sometimes you're just not gonna hit a good ball at all. So we want somewhere in between that 10:30 and 12. Now we also want the nose down just a little bit when we drop. We don't want the nose up like this when we drop it. We want it down just a little bit. So it's gonna be right here. Then the last thing is we want to drop it and we want to just let it go, okay? We don't want to throw it anywhere, and we don't want to like push it or move it left or right. We want to pretend like we're just setting it on a table and letting it go so it drops exactly how it was and it goes straight down the way you were holding it. We don't want to push like this or like this, the ball will angle. We want it to try and be still and keep on that same good drop all the way down. The next thing to punt the football higher and farther, we want to have solid contact. Just like when we're kicking field goal or kickoff, we got to make sure we hit it solid. So we want to hit the laces on the top of our foot, and we want to hit that big bone again right on top of our foot. Here's our foot. We want our toes pointed when we swing and our foot flat like this. And we want the ball, the reason we angle it, because we want the ball like this across our foot, laces across our foot, okay? And we want to hit it with the laces and that big bone right there, and that's going to give us a deep thud and a solid contact. We got to make sure we have solid contact when we're kicking or punting. That's going to give us the most distance and the most effective hit on the ball. Third thing for you to hit a higher and farther punt is the way we walk when we drop it and the way we swing. So we want to go like we're walking straight down a line, like this line right here. We want to pretend our right leg, if we're right-footed punter, our right leg is walking straight down that line and our ball's straight over the line. So we drop it straight on our foot. A lot of guys, to get a spiral, what they think they have to do is open up, hold it outside, and swing around it. But all that does is you lose power. You can still hit a spiral, but you're gonna lose power because you're just swiping at the ball instead of punting straight up and through it. So you wanna walk straight down the line, and if you drop it right and you hit it right, and you go straight up and through it, it's gonna have the most power, the most distance, give you a lot of height, and it'll spiral really well. So again, we don't wanna come over here, hold it outside and try and swipe across. That's gonna take off distance and power. We wanna make sure we walk straight down that line, drop the ball over our foot and swing straight up and through it. So the last thing to punt the ball higher and farther is something I talk about in my kicking as well, but it applies for punting. It's timing your swing. So a lot of guys I see punting, especially when you're younger, you're trying to hit the ball hard, so it's real choppy. So you catch the ball, you step, and then you're trying to backswing and swing like this, but you lose all your momentum and power. So instead, we want to try and be step, and swing up and through it, but get our hips going with our momentum and our body. But I'll do one that's not good. So if we're like that, you saw there's kind of a hesitation and a pause between my last step and when my leg swings. And that's gonna lose all your momentum. So instead, we wanna be smooth and we wanna use our momentum to where we go like this. And you can see I was fluid and my momentum didn't stop. This is what I call timing your swing. We don't want a huge backswing because then we're gonna get that first one that's real choppy, stop, and then hit it. If you hit it solid like that, you might hit a good ball, but your miss hits are gonna be really bad. Whereas if we use our momentum, we'll get much more power on our good hits, and on our bad hits, most of the time they'll still go far because we're using our momentum, and you're still gonna be able to generate power. It's just, if we mishit it with the contact, we're not gonna get the maximum distance and height. So again, try not to be super choppy and like this, like that, and break it up. I want you to try and be smooth and time it up to where you're getting your hips up and through it, and it's a smooth pace, and you just go nice and easy up through the ball and use your momentum and use your hips. All right guys, that's my video on how to punt a football higher and farther. If this helped you out, smash the like button, and if you want to see more kicking and punting content, subscribe for more and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.